name's Corey Miller. I work for the Madisonville Police Department. I worked there about 10 years. Started my employment there in 2005. I was born and raised in McLean County, Kentucky. Police work always appealed to me growing up. Of course, when you're younger, your attention span with what you want to be when you grow up, it kind of varies from topic to topic. I found I wanted to be several things, but police work was always something that really kept my attention, something I always wanted to do. As I got older and school came along after, or college rather, I decided to do my studies in the criminal justice section. And as that went along, I just got more and more enthralled with police work and wanted to do it. And about the time I was finishing up my school at the community college here in town, Madisonville Police Department just happened to be hiring. I went to a job fair out at the school. One of our former majors, Chuck Shockley, was actually working the job fair at the time, and picked up a application, a pamphlet, and read up on the department, and seemed like a good place to work. Also had a friend who had started there about a year prior to that, and just hearing his stories, I was almost kind of getting to live it through him. You know, I was interested in this field, and here's a friend of mine who's living it now, and I'm getting to hear about his experiences and everything regarding police work, and it just it hooked me, and I put in and got hired the first time, luckily, and the rest is history. Of course, a friend of mine, Officer Barnes, he was the one I was referring to earlier that had started about a year prior to me, but I actually had gotten to know, he's a lieutenant now. At the time he was Officer Poe, William Poe, at a local gym. We'd have run-ins, and we'd talk about the job and whatnot, and he was ultimately the one that ended up recruiting me to the police department, saying you should go ahead and put in, and I did, and it worked out. So I've been an officer for about 10 years, all with the Madisonville Police Department. One positive is, no matter how you look at it, a big percentage of the people that we deal with on the job are having a bad day. You're meeting people at a significant, bad time in their life a lot of times, and so I guess it's easy to associate the negative experience with the interaction they have with us. But every now and again, even though you may arrest a person or what have you, I've had more than one person on occasion come up and thank me when they ran into me later, years down the road. Had one not too long ago. Ran into a gentleman at the store where I'd had a run-in with him. I'd dealt with him in a professional manner, and had actually arrested him, that thanked me and said that the events of that day changed his life. So I guess you could say that even though a lot of times people may look at it as a negative thing, getting arrested or getting a ticket, sometimes people, I guess, see the positive in it, and maybe it influenced a change in their life, and sometimes they thank you for it, and that's always nice to get to hear about it down the road, how maybe it altered their path. Currently, I'm assigned to the Support Services Division. My division's responsible for, I guess you could say, all the behind-the-scenes things that go on at the department, whether it's training, fleet maintenance and upkeep, uniform and equipment purchasing, down to paying our bills. Everybody who starts out works in patrol, their first several years. I worked in patrol about 3.5 to 4 years, and at the time I went and actually became a detective and was in the Criminal Investigations Division for a couple of years, and then went back to patrol, where I was until I took this assignment about 1.5 years ago. Basically, doing what we need to do and keeping the public safe, but also I like to think that, we can find a way where we keep the trust of the public, have positive interactions, and we've come a long ways over the years. In the last, few years since Chief Williams took over, really community-oriented policing. Everything we do today can affect tomorrow. For someone who's at that point in their life where they may be in high school, late high school, going into college, and this may be a field that they're interested in. It would be just to be sure to put the effort into school that hopefully you put into the job one day, and to make good decisions and obviously obey the law, make the right choices, in their personal lives and school lives as well, because it can affect, whether or not you're considered as a employee one day.